In this video, I will discuss to you the cultural entrapment, the friar, in coordination with the civil and military officials, attempted and to some degree succeed to solidify this game by, for lack of a better term, luring the natives into the pueblos. How the natives, at least some of them, actually reacted to this cultural entrapment will be discussed. Cultural entrapment during the Spanish colonization involved efforts by the friars, civil and military officials, to draw native population into settlements known as pueblos. These pueblos were essential for the colonial authorities in their mission to Christianize and govern the native people. To help us understand this process, we'll explore some key terms. These were the visita, doctrina, cabecera, parroquia, empadronado, convento, and reduction. The term visita was used to refer to a settlement, a village which was part of an existing town but not within its capital and that did not have a resident priest. The term doctrina was used to refer to a settlement that had a resident priest who in turn was known as doctrinero. The term cabecera was used to refer to a place where the missionary resided, usually the center of the pueblo or the doctrina. It was also where the church and the parochial school were found. The term parroquia, which may be the term most familiar today, was a relatively new term that was used to refer to a cabecera and its surrounding visitas. Empadronado, meanwhile, was the term used to the registered residents of the pueblo, visita or doctrina. The convento, another familiar term, was the specific place of residence of the doctrinero, and reduction was the name given to the program of resettlement for the natives. The Spanish officials and friars would indoctrinate the natives and convince them to settle within these pueblos. As these settlements grew, the colonial government would elevate them to the status of pueblos, appointing a gobernadorcillo to manage local governance. Some natives, however, preferred to settle in separate villages, which became visitas, visited by the doctrinero but not having resident priests initially. Cultural entrapment was a deliberate strategy. The laws of Indies contained provisions emphasizing the congregation of Indians in villages to facilitate their conversion to Christianity and their assimilation to Spanish culture. The natives were taught the Spanish language, basic catechesis, and prayers. Over time, some natives began to view Spanish culture as superior and believed that it brought progress and a better life. However, this perception changed as people like Bonifacio, who criticized the empty promises, and others recognized the flaws in the social political system and abuses by religious and civil officials. In essence, cultural entrapment was a tool used by the Spanish colonial authorities to exert control over the native populations, convert them to Christianity, and assimilate them into the Spanish culture, ultimately serving in the interest of the colonial power. And that's all from my report. To further understand the cultural entrapment during the Spanish colonial period, my co-reporter will discuss it to you. Thank you for listening.